What is your point of order, Senator Kajwang?
Bwana Speaker, je, ni nidhamu kwa seneta wa Nairobi kujifanya kama kinyonga katika hili jumba la seneti? Kwa sababu amesema kwamba alizaliwa Bungoma. Wiki iliyopita tukiwa na baba kule Kakamega akasema alizaliwa Kakamega. Juzi akitafuta kura Nairobi akasema alizaliwa Nairobi. Wiki tatu tulikuwa Kisumu alisema alizaliwa Kisumu. Je, ni nidhamu kweli? Kuna tuko na vijana ambao au wanafunzi ambao wametoka Bungoma ambao wanatarajia kwamba hapa seneti watu wanasema ukweli mtupu. Huyu seneta wa Nairobi anajifanya kama tikiti maji. Na kwa wale ambao hawaelewi Kiswahili, tikiti maji ni watermelon. Is it in order, Mr. Speaker?
Waheshimiwa senators, nafikiri tuiachie pale alofika. Manake tukiendelea tutatokea sehemu ambayo pengine hatujajitayarisha tufike pale. Kwa hivyo karani wa bunge, tafadhali, next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the Senate today, Thursday the 9th of March 2023. This is a report of the Controller of Budget on the first half county government's budget implementation review for financial year 2022-2023. A very important document, Mr. Speaker.
Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion. Order number 7, statements.
Senator Murango. Senator James Murango. Senator Geoffrey Osotsi. It's deferred. Senator Hamida Kibwana. Senator, I called your name twice.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I think the majority leader was here. I couldn't hear myself, confusing me somehow.
Senators, you need to be attentive because once we call your statement and you don't respond, we are going to defy it. So let us be attentive. Before we proceed, in fact, with the statements under Standing Order 53-1, Majority Leader, you have your weekly statement to make. Are you ready to make that statement now before we move to the statements under Order 53-1?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, pursuant to Standing Order number 57-1, I hereby present the business of the Senate for the week commencing Tuesday, 14th March 2023. Mr. Speaker, sir, the status of the legislative business as at today is 16 bills which are at second reading stage. 3 of these bills are scheduled in today's paper, order paper numbers 1, 12, and 13, while the remaining 13 bills have been referred to the respective standing committees for consideration pursuant to Standing Order number 45. The Senate Business Committee will schedule these bills for second reading upon completion of the 30-day period for the committees to consider bills. However, Mr. Speaker, in the event that a standing committee tables a report earlier than the stipulated timeline, the Senate Business Committee have no problem and will prioritize such bill for second reading. Mr. Speaker, sir, 4 other bills are at the concurrent stage pursuant to Article number 110(3) of the Constitution and will be scheduled for first reading upon the completion of this process. At this juncture, I urge respective standing committees to expeditiously consider bills referred to them and table reports pursuant to Standing Order number 148 soon enough. 9 bills will mature for the second reading stage, and it would be useful, Mr. Speaker, for this House to consider these bills with the benefit of a report tabled from the concerned committees. I take this opportunity to urge respective movers to be available in the chamber whenever their bills are scheduled on the order paper. This will ensure that legislative agenda of the House stays on track and on course, and the transition to the next stage is seamless. On this matter, I also urge the honorable senators to be available in the House to undertake divisions on bills in a timely manner and have them referred to the National Assembly. As you will observe in today's order paper, the Senate is lagging behind on divisions at order number 9, number 10, number 11. I cannot make this any more succinct. Take individual responsibility and turn up to vote, honorable members. Mr. Speaker, sir, with respect to petitions, the Senate has received 7 petitions which have been committed to the respective committees pursuant to Standing Order number 238-1. I continue to urge respective committees to consider these petitions expeditiously and to take table reports within the required 16-day period. Statements continue to be useful oversight tool, and numerous have been sought pursuant to Standing Order number 53, as well as those made pursuant to Standing Order number 52-1. I encourage senators and indeed respective standing committees to identify gaps and gray areas in considering statements and to develop legislative interventions to address these challenges. Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, on Tuesday, the 14th March 2023, the Senate Business Committee will consider and approve the business for the day. This will contain business that will not be concluded from today's order paper and any other business scheduled by the Senate's Business Committee. The order paper for Wednesday, 15th March 2023, respectively. The Senate Business Committee will also schedule any other business as well as petitions and statements pursuant to standing orders. I thank you and hereby lay the statement on the table of the Senate.
Senator Murango.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on National Security, Defense and Foreign Relations on the status of investigation into the death of Mr. Kennedy Joroge and Mr. Ndungu Joroge in Mwasab County. In the statement, the committee should, 1, inform the Senate of the circumstances leading to the deaths of the 2 brothers that occurred in Mwasab County on 14th February 2023. 2, appraise the Senate of the state of investigation into the 2 deaths, stating how many suspects have been arrested and when they will be arraigned in court to face charges. 3, explain why the government failed to provide security during the burial of the 2 victims of Kiamanyeki village, which was disrupted by the local residents and mourners who curtained away casket containing the bodies and dumped them at the local police station in protest over the killings. And 4, outline measures if any the Ministry of Interior National Administration has taken to address the rising tensions at the Embu, Kirinyaga, Mbunda, where the deaths occurred. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Sieng and Senator Manzo, I can see you on the queue. Should I therefore assume you want to contribute to this? So then, can you please move from the queue? Thank you. Senator Hamida? Yes, proceed.
Request for statement on the prevalence of Hyperemeris gravidarum in Kenya. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Health on the prevalence of Hyperemeris gravidarum, a condition characterized by severe nausea, vomiting, weight loss, and electrolyte disturbance in pregnant women in Kenya. In the statement, the committee should appraise the Senate on the relatively high prevalence of Hyperemeris gravidarum in Kenya compared to other countries regionally and globally. 2, state measures, if any, being taken by the Ministry of Health to ensure that healthcare providers are efficient in diagnosing and treating Hyperemeris gravidarum in pregnant women. 3, outline specific programs or initiatives put in place by the Ministry of Health to address the needs of pregnant women suffering from HG, such as providing access to specialized care or financial support, counseling or mental health services to address the psychological toll of the condition. 4, outline the current standard of care of managing HG within plans for revision in light of new research or treatment options, stating measures, if any, to collaborate with international organizations or researchers to advance the study on HG in the Kenyan context, or to learn from the experiences of other countries facing similar challenges. 5, outline efforts underway to raise awareness about HG among public in encouraging pregnant women to seek medical help if they are experiencing symptoms that are common with the condition. And finally, outline plans, if any, to address the potential impact of HG on maternal and fetal health outcomes in Kenya, providing the data being collected to track these outcomes. She had 2 statements.